The first duty of any government is obviously the protection of its citizens, but sadly in Britain we have governments increasingly unwilling to do that. We prefer young black men to stab each other to death every night rather than stop and search them for fears of being called racist. We let our girls be raped because bringing that up would probably be racist too, and we're not really too keen on deporting terrorists because, well, you've guessed that would be racist. Responsibility is a bit of a conundrum in Britain at the moment. We're more than happy to give licence to those who really shouldn't have it. We're quite happy to lynch 12-year-olds for sending racist messages. We're happy to give toddlers access to gender transition, and we'd give the vote to those in utero as long as they voted the right way. But when people do something wrong, holding them to account for their actions, that's a tough call. Shamima Begum perfectly exemplifies this dichotomy. Let's just have a recap of what we know about this girl. At the age of 15, she joined the Islamic State as a jihadi bride. That's the Islamic State, by the way, not the Girl Guides. Let's remind ourselves of some of the things that she said even recently, knowing that she wants to come back. She had a great time. She wasn't fazed by seeing severed heads in bins. She met her wonderful husband who she wouldn't have met any other way. She regrets nothing, and most extraordinary of all possibly, she did nothing dangerous. That's a pretty good call. So Kathy come home, it ain't. ISIS is basically Club 1830 these days, apart from a slightly inferior benefits package, health terms. That was the reason she wanted to come back in the first place, to have her baby. I think she's now lost 3. But thanks to the great defence that she's had, they've told her to ditch the burqa, put on a pair of jeans, and no one will notice anything. The case of Shamima Begum is more than just about her. This is a crisis for Britain. Britain is the most exposed European country to returning jihadis. There'll be hundreds coming back, open the floodgates. That's not to mention the 23,000 we've already got walking our streets, and the 5% of Muslims who actively sympathise with suicide bombers. So you'd think that the minimum requirement for those wanting to come back would be that they at least pretend not to want to kill us. You can debate the niceties of international law all you like, but the British people don't actually care about stuff like that. Polls recently show anything from 80 to 90% upwards don't want Shamima to come back. Brits are not that stupid. And if a Tory government with an 80-seat majority can't keep her out, when they can keep anybody out on spurious free speech grounds, what exactly is the point of having a Conservative government anyway? What are the government going to say to one of her first victims? And to her legal team, liberty, you're taking fucking liberties. So on behalf of the British people, Shamima, I'd really like to say, Shammy, don't come home, love.